Hello and welcome everyone to Cafe. I'm Carissa Clark.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. It is great to be back with you to share all of the fun and exciting events happening this week.
Let's start off
with Crystal, who is at the Orlando Science Center at the Life exhibit, which she has invited you to come along. Hey, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
This is the Life exhibit at the Orlando Science Center. It is the largest and most comprehensive exhibit that they have ever attempted, and it tells the story of our planet through the animals who inhabit it in 3 different ecosystems. And to tell us more about the animal story is Jenny Bowles, who is the animal care manager here at the Orlando Science Center. And we are here now in the swamp. Of course, we're in Florida, so we know what goes with the swamp. We've got alligators, we've got turtles. Tell us what people can expect here in the swamp.
Yeah, so the Life exhibit has 3 separate areas. We have the swamp, the ocean, and the rainforest. But the really great part about the swamp is it allows you to get closer to the wildlife that's in your own backyard here in Florida, that is there, but you might not be completely aware of. Learning more about them and what role we play in making sure that they're taken care of in our backyards.
So in the swamp, we've got, the superstars. You got to have some alligators and turtles.
Yes.
What else can people see here in the swamp, which is very unique?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So we have 5 gators that are in our gator pool here. We also have 5 different species of aquatic turtles, including one very large snapping turtle, red-eared sliders, yellow-bellied sliders, all cohabitating together so that you can see how they would work together in an actual environment out in the wild.
Yeah, I noticed earlier I saw an alligator under the heat lamp on top of a turtle.
Yes.
I've never seen that before, but that's what you're going to see here.
They stack, they share food, definitely moving around exactly like they would in the wild is exactly what you're going to experience here. And we make sure that all of their needs are provided. You're seeing their heat lamps, their UV lamps, because they're obviously not getting that direct sunlight in here like they would outside. Yeah. So everything's provided and you get to see how they would normally behave.
You've done a great job. And then the squirrels, we experience squirrels in different ways here in Florida.
Correct.
But you have something very unique and special with that exhibit.
We do. So we have 2 squirrels that are over here. The squirrels are actually the only animal here that are not native to Florida. They are native to islands that are off the coast of China. They are called Prevost squirrels. But we have an entire system that runs above your head, so those squirrels can be running around. You can see how quick they are. You can see the way that they move. You can watch out for other things that they do. But it's a really interactive exhibit. It's a lot of fun to see how they move through things.
And then around the corner from the squirrels, we also have the very mysterious owls.
Burrowing owls, yep, another animal that you can find in your backyard, but they're one of the most fascinating animals to me because you can find them in super cold temperatures. They can thrive in really hot temperatures. So they do perfectly all over Florida, but they actually do burrow into the ground and they live here in like the grassy land areas of Florida. Yeah, so we have 2 of them over there.
That's fascinating. Yeah. And you normally can't get up close like that with owls. So that's
you
really
cannot, cool. No. So those are animals that are really reclusive. They keep to themselves. So to be able to see them and then get that close to them and how they work, it's pretty fascinating.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So why don't we go get up close with some more creatures
Sounds good.
in the oceans? We're going to go to the ocean now. We are now here in the ocean, and I love the fact, Jenny, that when you walk into this exhibit, you start to become transported with the music and the lights, and then you're here in front of this gigantic tank.
It's very immersive. You literally walk downwards on a ramp, and then you end up in front of our large shark tank here with all of these beautiful fish that you can find in the oceans around the Florida area. You go around the corner and we have a coral tank that's at a level for kids so they can see it. You can get down on the level with your children. We also have a touch tank with all of our aquatic inverts that people can actually get in there and be completely involved in getting to know how they feel and how they move when you're interacting with them.
So I saw one of the sharks in here.
Yes.
You're actually going to be able to have people like in the zoo. You can actually get inside of here and like teach and talk to students about it?
Correct, yeah. Our intention is that when we have to do all of our husbandry for the tank, we will be snorkeling inside the tank. Our team will be trained to do that. We'll do shark feeds from the upper platform up here so that we can do programming and talk to people about the sharks and about our reefs and our oceans that are around the state of Florida. So we'll have a lot of keeper interactions when we're in here.
I also love that You are learning about the ocean when
Yes.
you're in here, and you're learning not just the names of some of these fish and the species, you're learning about the importance of the coral reefs. You're learning about some ways that you, as just a human in this world, can get along with the sea creatures.
Yeah, we really have very thoughtful signage that's all over the exhibit that people can read and learn about. This is another beautiful environment that we're lucky enough here in Florida to exhibit. We're surrounded by the ocean, so it's another thing that we learn about how we impact it, how we benefit from it, and how those things combine together, how we work together to make that all, coexist. So
The touch tank has to be one of your more popular
For sure.
exhibits, and people can really get up close. I see a lobster in there,
Yep.
a sea cucumber,
correct,
crabs.
yep, starfish, yeah, a bunch of different types of inverts. The reality is there is studies that have been done on the fact that somebody can go to a zoo and they can see these beautiful exotic animals, but if they're far away from them, they get it, they think it's wonderful, but the second they're able to touch something, the second they can interact with it, it takes that appreciation, that connection to a completely different level, and we're able to provide that here in our ocean, so it's really wonderful.
That's what's so beautiful about the Life exhibit, is being able to get up close and
Absolutely.
experience it. All right, so I love the ocean so much. It's such a calming Zen place, but we still have one final place, the rainforest.
Correct.
So let's head over to
Sounds
the
good.
rainforest. We are now here at last in the rainforest, and you can feel that we are in the rainforest.
You sure can.
And that's the beautiful thing, just like
Yeah.
the ocean, you feel like you're immersed.
Absolutely.
This is quite a special place.
It is. It offers you a little bit something different than the other two environments. Those environments you can find in your backyard. You can go to the ocean. You can go to the swamps here in Florida. The rainforest is something that if you can't find a place like here at the Orlando Science Center, you'd never be able to experience these animals. You get the hot, humid temperatures here in Florida, but not this lush environment and the animals that are in it. It is the immersive rainforest experience.
Obviously, we know we've got some company behind
do.
us as one of the animals in the exhibit. So tell me a little bit about, let's talk about the birds first, because
Sure.
you've got birds flying overhead.
We do. So we have a perch over here where we have our sun conures. This is a mated pair, Rio and Tika. We also have free-flighted birds in the exhibit, 15 of them that are roaming the exhibit, flying around, going in and out for their food sources. We have a two-toed sloth in the exhibit, red-footed tortoises. Behind us we have a waterfall with our cichlids. So a whole bunch of different species that you can come in, and they are moving around you completely, no barriers between you and them.
That is what's really cool, is when you walk in here, first of all, the fact that it is so high and you can hear the birds,
Yep.
you can hear the sounds of the waterfall, you feel
Yeah.
the humidity. You guys have done a great job
Thank you.
of making people feel as though they are in the rainforest.
For sure, yeah, it's a wonderful thing to experience and to see all the animals, and again, our interactions with them, and to be able to sit in here and feel like you're a part of this wonderful environment. It's something you won't get to experience in many other places.
So the sloth, I know, is one of the stars of the exhibit.
They're a very
and
popular animal, yes, yeah. And for us in general, everybody has a love for Miss Izzy. She does, for the most part, what sloths do. They are nocturnal animals, so she sleeps during the day, gets a little active at times if she's looking for some food or a new place that she wants to sleep in the exhibit. But for the most part, sleeping in her hammock is what she does, and then she's active at night.
This is really the showstopper here, isn't it? And you've really taken on quite a lot of challenges in interacting and being able to get all these species in one place. It's not an easy task.
It is not. Every single exhibit that you find here at the Science Center is a mixed species exhibit, which means that you have to take into account as an individual species, what are the needs of that animal, but how do those needs affect the next animal, and is that going to negatively impact them? And if it is, you have to make adjustments to figure out how they can coexist and all of them have those needs met in a positive way. It's a lot of moving pieces that are hard sometimes to figure out.
I'm glad you guys have figured it out, but it's also so satisfying to see the people walk in here and really feel transported.
Absolutely. And when you see the people come in and how excited they are to be here, how happy they are, you see the little kids getting excited to see animals that they've maybe only seen in pictures. It's something that we've been working for a really long time, and to see it all come together, it's incredibly rewarding. We're very, very proud of it.
Well, you heard it. If you can't experience the rainforest in person off in another continent, you can experience it here at the Orlando Science Center as part of the Life exhibit. Jennifer Voles, thank you so much for joining us, the Animal Care Manager here at the Orlando Science Center. So to check out more information about the Life exhibit or the Orlando Science Center in general, you can check out their website at osc.org.
I have a bucket list that's about this big, and on it is the Life exhibit at the Science Center, so I gotta go see it.
Oh my gosh, having so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Looks amazing.
I know.
Really does.
It really, really does. On May 1st, the 2025 Orange County Law Enforcement Memorial will bring together law enforcement, dignitaries, families, and members of our community to honor those who have given the ultimate sacrifice while protecting the community they courageously served. Join our community in remembrance at the Orange County Courthouse to pay tribute to these heroes. The event will feature a special honor guard presentation, a memorial wreath laying, and remarks from the distinguished speakers. For more information, visit ocso.org. Watch the event on Orange TV. Go to orangetvfl.net.
Experience the thrill of the film Twister Under the Stars at Lou Gardens Movie Night on May 2nd. Pack a picnic dinner, bring blankets or chairs, and enjoy this cinema classic in the beautiful outdoor setting of the gardens. Gates open at 6 p.m. with the movie starting at 8:30, giving you plenty of time to find the perfect spot on the lawn. Concessions will be available for purchase, and for tickets and more details, visit lougardens.org.
The Orange County Regional History Center invites you to History Alive, our natural environment, on May 3rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Discover the rich natural heritage of Central Florida through interactive exhibits, hands-on activities, and fascinating presentations. Learn about local ecosystems, native plants and animals, and the environmental challenges facing our region today. This family-friendly event offers something for nature enthusiasts of all ages. For more information, visit thehistorycenter.org.
Unleash your creativity at Sketching in the Galleries at the Orlando Museum of Art on May 3rd from 1 to 3 p.m. Whether you're a seasoned artist or just beginning your artistic journey, this program provides a unique opportunity to draw inspiration from the museum's diverse collections. Museum educators will be on hand to provide guidance and drawing prompts. Basic sketching materials will be provided, but participants are welcome to bring their own supplies. Regular admission applies. Visit omart.org for more details. One of the great things about living here in Central Florida is that our arts organizations will often work together to bring you something really unique. And one such collaboration is happening right now. Coralie Clayson-Glaison is the chief curator at the Orlando Museum of Art, and she's here to tell us about one such collaboration.
Yes, thank you for having
being
me.
here. Yeah.
So our collaboration currently is with the Fusion Fest group, which is also a festival that happens every year. And this collaboration brought in the beautiful exhibition of Juan David Tena, Portraits of Fusion Fest, which is currently on view at the museum until May 4th.
So what was it about that particular artist at Fusion Fest, which I was at Fusion Fest this past year in November. What was it about that artist that turned it into a collaboration that OMA wanted to be a part of?
Yes, great question. I mean, so Juan wasn't actually exhibiting at the festival. You know, they have a beautiful art gallery section. But he approached me about 18 months ago with photos he actually took at the festival. And those photos were actually portraits of people who had showed up in their full regalia to just take part in the festival. So celebrating their culture of origin, they came with their friends, their family, all dressed up in beautiful regalia. And so Juan had set up, he was actually invited by Fusion Fest to set up a studio, like a photo booth, if you will, but professional, you know, with lights and backdrop. And he invited participants to come and sit for him. And so throughout this process, he actually captured 400 portraits of people that were there to take part in the festival. Those portraits are absolutely incredible, and so that's what resulted in this exhibition.
That's amazing. You know, because when you're at Fusion Fest, it literally is all of the cultures of Central Florida. People are representing their cultures, and they do wear their costumes because there's so many different things happening. There's fashion shows, there's music, there's all kinds of things happening. And so he got 400 photos.
Yes, and so of course, within the exhibition space, we have about, I want to say it's a 2,500 square foot gallery. We can't show 400 photographs. So what we did is actually select 22 photographs that are printed, beautifully framed, they adorn the walls. And then we have a TV that rotates, portraits of all 400 of those participants. So just really rich and beautiful, colorful exhibit.
And that's one of the things about the Orlando Museum of Art, because there is a little bit of course, art and different mediums of art, but also a little bit of technology, so that you're going to get, there's something for everybody literally, but also your senses are all going to be challenged throughout the entire museum.
Yes, absolutely, and that's always something we need to think of these days. Museums, unfortunately for centuries, they have been this place where you can't touch, you just look. And there's still, this is still omnipresent, but really you can get your senses heightened, and just, it's a really thrilling experience where you get to see beautiful, colorful exhibits, things that immerse you. And we do bring a lot of that in other exhibits as well. We're just about to open Florida Prize next month. And it's a great exhibition that showcases another 10 living Florida-based artists.
Wow. So one of the things as a curator, how do you decide what gets shown? Because I know that there's substantially more in the collection than is actually out on the floor of the museum. How do you determine what goes out?
It's a really, really important question, actually. Currently, if you go to the museum, everything on view except Portraits of Fusion Fest, everything else is the museum's permanent collection. And that's really important to me, to actually show the beauty of the collection of the museum, because that collection is kept in the public's trust. So technically, yes, it's the OMA's collection, but it's really the Orlando community collection, if you will. So it's really important that people get to see their collection, the collection of pride of our region, and to get it seen, get it talked about. So how do I select it? That's a great question, because really, we want to be relevant. We want people to also see themselves. So we need to be accessible. We need to be, that collection needs to be visible. So there's a lot that goes into seeing how are we still relevant today in the 21st century? How is a museum and the museum sphere still relevant to today's world? And so these are constant conversations we're having with ourselves. We're thinking about the brand identity also of a museum. We can't be everything to everyone, but we need to be true to our mission and to actually kind of showcasing the best of the art we can bring to Orlando. So that's what we're trying to do.
The diversity is probably one of the best mixes of diverse mediums, of really experienced painters, and then really, young abstract artists who are, mixed media kind of artists. So you're getting a real mix. You can go to other museums that might be the museum of this, or the Museum of Modern Art, or this, and this is a little bit of everything, which is what makes it so interesting.
Yes, you're right. So the museum has essentially 5 different collections. One of them is contemporary art, and I would say that's probably nearly 90% of our collection. We are, and we pride ourselves of the fact that we're working with living artists, and we're supporting living artists. And I mentioned Florida Prize or Juan David Tanner's show. That's definitely something we pride in doing. But there's also a traditional American art collection, and this is really used by our education team. School tours, visitors to Orlando, they're looking for that as well. We have art of the ancient Americas, we have African art, and we have contemporary graphics as well. So different collections like these.
It's a really interesting experience, and so this exhibit with Juan is really bringing these photographs that I can only imagine, because having been to Fusion Fest, the colors,
Yes.
and the costumes,
Yes.
and the people really get into their culture, which is really wonderful.
You're right. That's what is really riveting about the experience. When Juan showed me the 400 images, I was blown away. Not only is he extremely skilled at what he does, these photos, they actually capture you, because the portraits are technically perfect. The people, the way they're adorned, absolutely beautiful. But what was really interesting to me was the fact that it's not a portrait of just one person. It's essentially capturing an entire heritage and ancestry, and you're talking family connections, you're talking community. And that was really inspiring to kind of pull from these 400 images, 22 that would be, a little the tip of the iceberg, if you will, but to try and show the incredible cultural tapestry of our region, because
Absolutely.
These are real people.
Yes.
They
In our
didn't-
community.
Exactly.
Yes.
And they're right there, and usually it's invisible. We all kind of blend in, we're adaptable, we assimilate, right? But this was different. That was actually celebrating. It's a celebration, a visual celebration of our cultural differences,
Diversity,
and actually what pulls us all together is our region.
Yes.
It's our community right here.
Well, if you want to learn more about this exhibit or the museum in general, go to omart.org, which is their website, and make sure that you check it and all of the events that are happening at the Orlando Museum of Art. Thank you so much for being
Yes,
with us,
thank you
Carly.
so much. Thank you for having me.
Celebrate Mexican culture and heritage at the Cinco de Mayo Night Market in Avalon Park on May 3rd from 5 to 9 p.m. This vibrant festival will feature traditional Mexican food vendors, craft artisans, live music, and dance professionals. Bring the whole family and join the festive atmosphere, colorful decorations, and cultural displays. The market takes place at the Avalon Park Arts and Cultural Center. For more information, visit avalonparkorlando.com.
Immerse yourself in the vibrant traditions of Peru at Aquisito Nomas Carnavales in Peru on May 4th at the Orlando Museum of Art. Presented by Ramey Dance School, this colorful performance showcases the diverse dance styles and music of Peruvian carnivals. Experience the rich cultural heritage through authentic costumes, energetic choreography, and traditional instruments. The performance begins at 3 p.m. and is suitable for all ages. For tickets and additional information, visit omart.org.
The Orlando Ballet presents the timeless classic Giselle from May 1st through 4th at the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. This hauntingly beautiful ballet tells the story of a peasant girl who dies of a broken heart after discovering that her lover is betrothed to another. The production features spectacular choreography, stunning costumes, and emotional music of Adolph Adam performed by the Orlando Philharmonic Orchestra. For tickets and showtimes, visit drphillipscenter.org. So for Taste of the Town, I had the opportunity to check out Brother Jimmy's Barbecue. Check it out. Hello and welcome to Taste of the Town. I'm Carissa Clark. I'm here at Brother Jimmy's Barbecue in Icon Park on International Drive. I have the pleasure of introducing you to their manager, Miss Bella Goodman. Bella, thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for being here.
We had to be here. We have heard such amazing things. Y'all are known for fun and for fresh food, for delicious barbecue. Is this true?
This is all true.
This is all true.
Family fun for everybody.
Oh my gosh, so you specialize in fun and delicious food.
Yep, Scratch Kitchen.
Scratch Kitchen. I love
Scratch
that. I
Kitchen.
love fresh food.
It really
It's
is.
one of my favorite things. And I love an environment that's going to invite families to come in, like young and old. So kids can be kids.
Yep, and kids eat free.
Kids eat free.
Kids eat free all day, every day per adult main. So as long
What?
as they cancel each other out. So one adult meal cancels out one kid's meal every day. Every
Did
day
you
of the
hear
week.
that? That is wild. What a great deal. I have little kids, and if you have little kids or grandkids, you know they're not always going to eat what you're serving up. And when you serve it up, it's the same quality that the adults are eating.
Yep, same quality.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Okay, that's exciting.
Yes, super
Okay,
exciting.
good. So this all smells wonderful. You have to tell me, what are you making? What are you going to put together?
We're putting together our loaded smoked baked potato, which is personally one of my favorites on the menu. It is amazing.
A smoked baked potato?
Yes.
Okay, so how does this work? Tell me all about it.
So we're gonna layer it a little bit. We're gonna start with our smoked barbecue baked beans. We smoke these for about 4 hours, and they do have pulled pork in them.
Okay.
So all
you
kinds of
smoke your beans.
we do smoke our baked. We smoke
Wow.
all of our proteins, including our beans. So
that
we're gonna
goes in the bottom.
It goes right in the bottom.
I would not think to do that. Oh, that's fun.
It really, so when you dig your fork in, you get a bite
Yes,
of.
you do.
And then-
Okay.
In the skillet, we're gonna put 2 smoked baked
You
potatoes.
serve up too.
Yes,
Oh my goodness.
it's very filling. This is
looks awesome.
almost a meal for 2.
I love potato, so you had me there.
We are going to top it with some cheese.
Well, who doesn't love cheese? I mean,
Gotta
that's a
have
win.
lots of cheese.
Have to
Baked
have a lot of
potato with
cheese.
cheese.
Has to be melted and wonderful.
This is our marbled brisket.
Marble brisket.
Yes. So there is 2 sides of the brisket. There's lean and marbled.
Okay. All right.
The brisket comes together. We butcher all of our meats in-house. So when the brisket comes, the lean and the marbled come together. Our butcher has to carve those out and separate them. Marbled's going to be a bit more fatty. It's going to be more moist, tender. The fat's going to be marbled throughout it. The lean is for people who really don't like as much fat on their meat.
Okay.
It's moist. It's just as flavorful. It's so good. It's just got 1 fat cap on the top. They can discard it or whatever. We do have lean and marbled. I choose marbled.
I did not even know that.
I choose marbled brisket.
See, I would too. You can see how juicy it looks.
It is so moist.
See, and how many hours do you smoke this? I don't
We
know if
smoke
you-
this 16 hours.
6. Look at how tender that is.
16 hours. We butcher it and smoke it in-house.
Wow, that is
all of our smokers.
incredible.
It's amazing. So after we get here, we pop it in the oven for about 10 minutes, let the cheese melt, all the good things,
That's
And then-
beautiful. Okay. Okay.
and
All
then
right.
we're here.
Okay, so let me move this toward you.
Yeah.
And so what are we doing now? Look at this. So this is out of the oven.
This is out of the oven. Favorite side item with it, our mac and cheese. It's amazing.
What is on top of the mac and cheese?
It is our cornbread crumbles.
Stop
so,
it.
Yes.
cornbread crumbles
So we make
on
our-
mac and cheese.
Yes. It goes perfect. We make our cheese sauce in-house, and then we just top it with the cornbread
You
crumbles.
make
and it's amazing.
this
It
is
gives-
all in house.
It gives a bit of crunch. It's awesome. It's all in-house.
Oh, the texture.
So
Look at this melted cheese and oh my goodness. Okay.
all right.
All right.
And
Yes, there's more.
we can't have a baked potato without sour cream.
No, you cannot.
No, we cannot.
No, you cannot.
And this bottle gives the perfect drizzle.
Oh my word.
That just looks amazing.
Oh my word. That looks wonderful.
some green onions.
Oh, I love green onions.
Some fresh chopped green onions.
Yes, for color and taste. That is divine.
Really just tops it off.
Oh, wow.
And then these are our pickles and pickled onions. We make those in-house as well. We pickle our onions.
Bella, is there anything that Brother Jimmy's doesn't do? I do not know. I think that this looks incredible, and I think the presentation is beautiful. I think it's really nice, and I hope that this inspires you at home to have some fun. Smoke your baked potato. Throw it in the oven.
Add some
Let's
baked
do it.
beans.
I'm gonna have a bite. I am so excited. Let's do it. Oh my word. You see that? Mmm. Bella, it's so good.
So good.
It's so good. I have a mouthful of brisket and I don't think that I care. Please go to the website for more information. Please come to Brother Jimmy's Barbecue for your taste of the town. Until then, I'll see you around town.
Well, let me wipe the drool.
There is nothing quite like fresh food. They smoke everything there. And do you know that they just won Best Barbecue in Orlando? There's a
Really?
competition, and it's their seasonings. It is
Wow.
fabulous.
Wow.
Yes, it is mouthwatering.
Looks good.
Yes.
You know, years ago, I'm going to say before the pandemic, one of the first performances that I've seen at the Orlando Ballet was Giselle.
Oh,
And it's really good.
really?
Yeah, it gives the dancers a chance to tell a story through dance that is really amazing. It's a wonderful, with no words spoken, you actually know what's happening. It's a really great
That's really
way
beautiful.
to interpret. If you're not a ballet person, Giselle's a great way to start.
That's wonderful. I am a ballet person. I think it's wonderful for family fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, that wraps up this week of events. If you have one that you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Carissa Clark.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.